I'm hoping to get out on a Wildcamp tonight, so I've packed my bag up. I got my Montane Cobra 25 rucksack out and filled it up with everything I need. It's quite good. 2 large bottles of water each side and then everything else inside. Now, I don't have anything to weigh it with, but it's lighter than my pack last time I went, so we'll see how I get on. Still a lot there. Now, yeah, it's 9:10 in the evening. It's getting dark outside. I've got a bit of a walk till I get there, and it's been chucking it down most of today, so I could walk down there, decide it's not for me if the ground's too wet, or I get rained off. We'll find out, won't we? But here we go. I'll give it a go, see if I can make a video again. Right. I'm here now, and it's getting dark. The trees up there, and the sun coming through, but yeah, it's getting dark. I've just pitched up. I've cheated. I had to drive in the end. Yeah, it was getting too dark. And the risk of the rain tonight was too high, and I thought I don't really want to get soggy packing away and then get soggy walking sort of 3.5 miles home. So I drove around the corner, cheated it, but yeah, it means if it rains and I want to bail out in the middle of the night, I've got the car handy, chuck everything in the back and away we go. But now I've just got to find myself a spot out of the way. I haven't recce'd it. I don't know the area too well, even though it's round the corner. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. Hopefully I can find a nice spot. Obviously this is a big footpath I'm on at the moment, so I certainly won't be camping near here, but we'll carry on, find out. There we go. Right at the top of the hill, some lovely sky. Apart from the rain cloud that's heading away. So, part of the problem with not recceing the area in advance is that I now don't know where I can go that's away from a path. I'm trying to find my way away from any paths, but obviously I'm following them to little clearings like this one. So, hopefully I can find somewhere to go that won't be too obvious in the morning when the dog walkers are out on a Sunday. Other thing is, well, I haven't actually opened my snugpak yet, because I bought one now. I'm not borrowing this one, haven't opened it, so I'm hoping it's all complete and not ripped and torn and things. Second thing is, I didn't bring any kind of tarp or ground sheet to go underneath it, so hopefully it'll be alright on this ground. I don't know. The good thing is, as you can see, I remember to bring my Black Diamond Gizmo head torch, so we can test that out today, see how that goes. Yeah, but right now, try and find somewhere in this opening maybe. Problem is it's catch-22. Do I pitch under the trees, stay out the rain a bit, or do I pitch in the open? Because the trees were really noisy last time. There was a wind, so might have a wander for a bit, we'll see. Okay, right. I'm still up here in this open section. However, I found a tree over here. I think I could just, there's enough space just underneath. Ground doesn't look particularly flat. There's enough space underneath for me to pitch my snugpak and see what we can do about it. So, big pack. I bought a stool as well to sit on. Big pack, and I had to put loads on the outside because I forgot to pack it. It's a bit, yeah. Again, I'll have to improve that in the near future. We shall see though. Yeah, well, I don't think there's any paths around here. I've been looking. It's hard to tell. But like last time, as soon as someone's on it, you go, oh, there's the path. So we'll see how it is. And the clouds are still lingering, the odd one or two. Right, let's get this thing pitched. Well, it's just started to chuck it down before I got the thing pitched. It's, yeah, raining nicely out there. And I've got it sort of up so my bag's inside, but I haven't actually pitched it out yet. I have to do that now. My spot's not great, but at least the tree is some shelter from the rain. Now I'm wet, my clothes are wet, bivy bag's wet. It's going to be a stuffy night. Hopefully the shower will pass so I can finish my bag. Right, it's all pitched and soaking wet, but pitched. My bag and everything is hiding away inside, and I'm sat on a tiny little stool waiting for it to physically stop raining so I can get my bag out and perhaps make a brew or something, but right now I don't want to open that. My trousers are soaking wet. I managed to get my rain jacket on just in time though, but yeah, we'll see. So, sat here under a tree, show you the stool I got. It's just a Poundland stool fitted nicely up against my bag. Because I knew there was the risk of rain today, I bought it. I was thinking, do I bring a mat to sit on or anything? No, I won't bother, and then suddenly thought, if it rains, I'm going to have something to sit on. There's my solution. See how it goes. Anyway, I'm going to wait for the rain to die down now. Feels like it is. The sky's clear over there, but not over there. Yeah, time will tell. The torch has a dimming function too, so I'll have to play with that, see what light works better. There's the light patch, and there's the rain clouds. There's no gap in them, which is a shame. There is over there. I'll get back to you in a bit. I've got everything set up now. So we go dimmer. There we go. Yeah, the rain's died down. I've got it all set up. My sleeping bag's unravelled. I've inflated the Alpkit mat. That's good mat. Yeah, I got exhausted blowing it up. It didn't take too long. I think I was trying to hurry in the rain. Goes up without too much effort, and yeah, it went in the bag well. And then I've put my sleeping bag and the sleeping bag liner in there. My bag's in there. All my dry stuff's inside the sleeping bag. Rucksack's in there. So I thought I'd make a brew, and then I spotted my one huge error. Got all my brew kit out. I don't have an ignition source. And a confession, I took all of my other ignition sources that I normally have around out. I think I'm scuppered. We'll see. I normally have 4 different ignition sources in the jet boil, including the igniter in it, but I didn't bring my jet boil. I bought a different setup to try, and I normally have another 2 ignition sources on me. I don't think I bought either of those. It's my little safety kit that I normally have. Didn't bring, and that's got matches and flint in it. I'm going to have to dig through my pack and see. Don't think I've got anywhere starting my stove. Thankfully I've had dinner tonight. Just be nice to have a brew. And I was planning on breakfast in the morning. Clearly that might not happen. We'll see. Find out. Yeah, so I'm going to leave my water out overnight outside. A little glow stick on the zip there so I can find it, although again it's still not dark enough yet. But yeah, I'll go through this shortly. Okay, so the setup I bought this time is this pot and pan set, which was £10 on eBay I think. I've seen it in the supermarkets as well, branded, and it's about £20 I think, the same sort of set. And inside I had pot stand from my jet boil with a small canister of gas from the jet boil, and my Vango stove, which folds up nicely, neat, tidy. And then I put the stove inside a sunglasses bag because it comes in a plastic case, but that won't fit in there with the gas and everything. Spork, again I think it was Tesco's, and then my rather expensive jet boil knife and spoon and fork that my wife got me. Now all of this, including the gas, the stand, the stove and everything, fit inside that pack there. So again, in comparison to a jet boil, it's sort of bigger diameter but not as tall, and and slightly lighter because the pots weigh less. I mean, these are just aluminium pots. Yeah, it was good to show you the setup. Can't do anything with it though. I'm half tempted to leave my setup here, run back to the car, drive home or to the shop if it's open, see if they got lighter or matches, drive home if not. Just a bit worried about leaving the bag up here, the snugpak and everything in it. but might have to. My other worry is finding where I've camped. Trying to find where I've set up. I'll have to think about it and get back to you, because I'm not really sure yet. It'd be nice to have a brew, especially because the temperature's dropped and it's a bit wet. It'd certainly be nice to wake up and have a brew. Yeah, big bummer. That was a really daft move. So in the jet boil I've usually got the ignition, I've got some matches in the bottom, a lighter in the bottom, in the little cup that goes underneath, inside the flux ring I put that. Then in my safety tin I have some matches and a flint, and then yeah, I often have another lighter. But I've looked around and I don't have anything. I only bought my first aid kit, not the safety tin, which was the first mistake, and didn't bring any other. Yeah, that's a really dumb move. And to make me feel a little bit more stupid, I accidentally packed 2 waterproof jackets as well, so I've wasted some pack space there. I've got one of the little sort of emergency, let's say emergency, they're not for emergency, one of those really cheap sort of stuffs away in a pack type waterproof jackets. Probably packs to about this size, so it's quite chunky, and that's in my that was in my bag, which I didn't realise. And I've got my Montane lightweight Pertex Shield waterproof on now, so sod it, I think I'm going to go back to the car. Okay, this could turn out to be a very expensive night for me, because I don't really know where I am. I walked away from the snugpak to find the car. I'm going to get back up there, we'll see. Just have to hope that the house with the 2 bright garden lights over there has the lights on when I come back, because that's my marker at the moment. A Y-shaped split in the path, the lights, and then a random walk through the bushes up a hill, which is a big mistake, because I came sliding down it and the trousers are really wet. Hasn't turned out too well, really. Regretting trying to come out now. Really regretting going out, yeah. Should have really stuck to the tent, or the bivy bag. Full of puddles. Had that much water in the last half an hour. Very soggy underfoot. I have an idea of where I'm going to get back to and how to do it. But right now I'll have to just hope I can find it again. Otherwise I'll desperately be coming back in the morning first thing to hunt it down. It was a bit more light when I came. The good thing is there is another spot I can park the car in, I discovered. Yeah, but my trousers are now soaking wet, so it could be a very sticky night in the snugpak. I should have just bailed and gone home, maybe. Bit of backstory to the trip today. I've decided for several weeks I need to get out on another one, the Wildcamp, and I haven't got round to it. And then, obviously, I decided that I could have time and things, so I ordered the snugpak, make sure it arrived, and it did. And then I thought, well, pack everything else. So I packed my bag last week. That's better. Packed my bag last week, ready to go. All good. And then this morning the weather turned and we had some torrential downpours, and I thought, that's it then. No more camping. So, and then about 10 minutes before I decided to go, I thought, well, I'm going to spend the night at home with the cat because my wife's away. Or I could come out and do what I've wanted to do for a while. So I did. Anyway, I'm back out in the street. I'm going to go find where I parked the car and I can park it back here. Okay, so, what's with my jet boil? Have matches and a lighter. Okay, that'll do, mate. Dump that. And, yeah. Don't need any of that though. There is another positive to this, and that is that I've managed to come in and get the big guns in terms of torches. Anyway, there's Snowy. Yeah, you've appeared in my other videos, so you appear in this one. cat wasn't too pleased for me to turn up and then leave again. She was rolling around on the bed, wanting to cuddle and have tickles and things, and yeah, see what cats do when they want attention. And then I left again. But say, I bought the big boy torch, so I've got my lead lens of P7, which I wasn't going to bring because it's quite chunky and don't really need it if you just sat around, but it's great for route finding in the dark. I was going to do a review of all my LED lenses or LED lenser torches at some point in the future, because I've got quite a few different ones, and they've all got different uses. They're all pretty good. So now I've got to play a game of where on earth did I park my tent, and I mean, that's not even funny because I don't really know. I've parked closer to where I've camped. Still not close. So, but I've got to get there and find it first. So I'm looking out for that house with the lights on, assuming they're still on. 10 points if anyone could tell me what song that was in the car. Well, not what song it was, what band it was in the car. It's obvious which song it was, it said it on the CD player, but 10 points to the name the band. Yeah. Well, annoyingly, I can't see anything. The torch is obviously very bright, which has destroyed any night vision I did have. However, I could see loads on the way up. I didn't need a torch to find my way to where I pitched. But now I need one to see anything in here. Anyway, I'll sign off from the camera for now and see what I can find. Ah, house with lights. Lovely. That means I'm only 15-20 minutes from where I pitched. Right, I'll sign back on when I get there, hopefully. I've ended up in a different place to where I came down, but there's my snugpak. Now, one of the problems I had was I've been walking around for quite a long time trying to find it, and I finally found the clearing, and I didn't come up where I expected to be. Completely in a different place, but I found it now. Also, my breath kept steaming everything up. I couldn't see anything. It's very damp up here. But yeah. Get my gear off. My trousers are soaking wet. Although they dried in the car from the way down, which means hopefully they'll dry in the next 10-15 minutes for me to get a brew on. And then I can get a bed dry. I've got a dry sack for my boots. I might leave them outside this time. I slept with them inside last time, but we'll see. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to be going for the old man vibe today. Horlicks. No beer, no cider, no whiskey, because I brought the car and if I wanted to bail, so don't really want any alcohol, and then don't want any fruit tea today, so let's see if we can go ahead and woohoo, there we go. Put it on the boil. Now, I'm not used to this combination of pot, so we'll see how it goes. It's getting hot already. Obviously the ground here is soaking wet, everything around it's soaking wet, because it wouldn't be the most sensible spot for fire, otherwise there's a lot of brown plants and things around here. A shrubbery, in the words of Monty Python. Well, it's not a shrubbery, but yeah. A lot of stuff around here that would get burnt, so quite happy tonight, but we'll leave this to boil. I'll have my drink, and I think I'll get inside the bag and get comfy. Try the new Alpkit sleeping mat. See how it goes. Also, got a book to read, so I'll read that later. It smells, but like I say, I've never used this pot before. Cool. Speaking of it, he's recording. Right. I'm in the bag now, well, half in, half out. It's really warm. Cold, damp air, but really hot and sticky inside, so just still sat here. I forgot to get my book out of my bag, so in a minute I'll dig through my bag and try and find my book, but the Horlicks to drink there, and it's just the one where you add water, which you're supposed to add the Horlicks first, then the water, but obviously because I've boiled it up yeah, I had to add it after, and it's all lumpy, but it tastes good. So that's that. And my trouser bottoms are soaking wet, so I put them in a sleeping bag with me. I'm wearing them, but I thought, do I unzip their zip off? So I thought, do I unzip the bottom? No, just didn't bother in the end. The Alpkit mat's fairly comfy to sit on. I can feel something in my back, but I think it's the toggle off my sleeping bag. So a little light up there so I can read. Loads of crap stuffed at the head end. Yeah, which I need to rectify really. Shove it all along the side with me. My shoes are in a dry bag and stuffed down towards the feet, I think. I'm going to have to put them. But then if I need them in the night, I guess it's not a pain. Water bottles, 2 off there. Yeah, not a bad setup. So I'm going to finish my drink and perhaps zip up and maybe I can read, we'll see. But I will see you in the morning. Well, unless the weather turns and I want to go home, in which case I'll see you when I pack up, but hopefully see you bright and early in the morning. Nice cup of coffee and see what happens. Well, I've been reading my book for a bit. Just started this one up here. It's alright actually. I've read enough books on the Eiger and the story's covered in here to be fair, but I haven't read this one yet, so see how that is. Going through that. Washed my cup up. I forgot to mention Horlicks is like the stickiest thing known to man once it starts to dry, so that was a pain to wash up. But I've got one of these micro towels. I bought it to sort of wash myself really. I'll wash my face and things in the morning. One of those things next to the till, point of sales next to the till you see in shops. We didn't go outdoors. One of those, buy this for whatever, you know, cheap price it was. So, but actually that's going to be my dishwashing cloth from now on. I think I use that in the morning as well. I'm not far from home. I don't need to wash when I wake up. Just go home and have a shower when I'm packed up. So yeah, I like this. It was a good something to use it as. Good morning. It's 4:45 AM. It's beautiful outside. I don't know if the camera's doing it justice or not, but it's a gorgeous blue sky with the sun starting to rise. Lovely. Absolutely freezing cold and very, very damp outside. Yeah, so I'm going to sit here a bit longer I think, inside the bag. Hope the sun comes up, the temperature warms up a bit before I get up and have breakfast. Because I bought a down jacket, but I'm only wearing the trousers I got. I haven't got any over trousers or leggings to go underneath or anything, so it's still a bit cold to get out of bed. Lovely though, what a nice feeling, especially because I don't normally get out of bed till about 10 o'clock on a Sunday. And there's plenty of birds making noises as well. All sorts of other wildlife you can hear, which is good. Let's survey what I woke up to then. Oh. Nice area of greenery. I'm at the very top of a hill on a nice sort of open bit of plateau, as you can see. The only problem here is that it's surrounded by trees, so I don't get a good view. You can normally see from miles that way and miles that way as well. A lot of parts up here, clearly where I've come, I don't get the view. So I'll get a little view walking home, but not up here. Anyway, this is my camp set up in the corner. So last night in the dark I just sort of found this tree to pitch under, and not a bad little spot really. Water kept dripping down on it overnight, on the snugpak overnight, but it's not too bad. See, water's pooled down at the feet here, but brush that off, it'll be alright. Probably where I pegged it down poorly. The sleeping mat, the Alpkit, that was amazing. Good, it was comfortable, it didn't deflate at all. Bearing in mind that the ground here is covered in twigs and lumps and it's uneven. It certainly was uneven where I put that down. I didn't feel anything like that, which is good. pillow. Well, I use the fleece that I've got on at the moment as a pillow. Normally that sort of thing doesn't seem to work for me, but I think because I had the mat underneath me and then my bag at the head end here, I have my fleece here. My waterproof jacket's there now because it was getting wet. I'll explain that in a sec, but yeah, I think it's done alright. So yeah, it's comfortable. I mean, I've deflated the mat now, so I didn't want to puncture it moving around in there. So when I got up, yeah, it was good. It was comfortable. Nice place to stop. The only thing I found is where these bits of fabric are, these triangle sections here, both sides, inside, soaking wet. So my waterproof jacket was in that corner, that got wet, and my little bag of stuff was in this corner, which is what I first found was damp. No biggie. It's not soaking wet. That's a lie. It's yeah, there's moisture on the inside there if you touch it, but the rest of the bag, and this is all just drips of rainwater, but the rest of the water off the tree, should I say, the rest of the bag's bone dry, which is nice. Yeah. I'm absolutely freezing cold right now, but put my down jacket on and a hat. Hopefully it'll warm up soon, so I'll get a brew on and warm up. My brew's ready, which is it's good. Nice cup of coffee. I say nice. It's not nice. It's one of these sachets again. They're not particularly the greatest. I'm lazy, and it's easy to carry one and easy to make really. So sachet of coffee in there. Thinking couscous and baked beans and sausages for breakfast. So I know it's a random combination, but why not? I don't generally eat first thing in the morning, and it's normally 2 or 3 hours after I wake up I eat, but look at it now, it's just gone 6. By the time I've had a brew and started to pack things away, I'll probably be hungry, so let's have something to eat before I walk home, or walk to the car and then drive home. Yeah, cheating. I was going to say I lied, but I didn't lie, I didn't realise, but there is more moisture in this bag. From about here down inside is damp, and it got damp enough to the point where it's made my sleeping bag damp. I thought I had really cold feet sort of this morning, and it turns out they were damp, so that's not good. I can't tell if it's because this end didn't have enough padding in it and it was flat and the water collected, or if it's just the way I was sat inside. I mean, it makes sense that the moisture gets trapped inside if it's not elevated properly, which I don't know if it was last night or not. So. But yeah, it's not too bad. I'm happy. I dried all out. It's just something to remember in the future, I guess, that's a possibility. I don't think it was water trapped on here because it's really beading up, so it's not likely to have soaked through. But then who knows? Yeah, a little disappointing when I discovered that, but at the same time, it's only an overnighter. Don't mind a little bit of moisture. I felt dry for the rest of the night. One thing I do need next time is some leggings and a pair of thick socks, because yeah, it's still pretty cold. Although the sun's coming up nicely over there, above the trees. enjoy my brew and go back to you in a bit. Beans are on, which is good. I don't think I'll do my couscous yet. Not particularly hungry. I mean, I want food, so I can have beans and we'll see how I feel after that. Pack my sleeping bag and the sleeping mat and everything away. Not too bad. The bottom of the sleeping bag is wet from where the feet were wet, but the Alpkit mat was really easy to put away. I couldn't really fold it up here because I don't like all this crap on the ground. I don't want to puncture it, so I sort of rolled it and it worked quite well. I managed to get all the air out this time, unlike when I tested it before unpacking. I'm leaving the snugpak out a bit longer while I eat because the sun's coming up. You see the sun line has almost hit it now. Get some of this water off. Yeah, oh, beans are boiling. Yeah, they really are. Now normally I'd have a whole tin of beans, big one. However, since my wife was pregnant, she suddenly decided that baked beans, which she's hated all her life, she suddenly liked, so she kept eating mine. But I get Branston beans, she likes Heinz, and she likes small tins, so she bought some small tins. It turns out they're Heinz with pork sausages, and she won't eat those, so I got them now. However, I like Branston beans, but I'll eat these, I'm perfectly happy with that. Breakfast to breakfast. That's it then. Packed up, ready to go. See a nice big dry patch where I was camped. Yeah. Bag. I forgot to put my down jacket inside, and the snugpak was wet through, so I didn't want to put it in, although the bag's dried out in the sun, so I could have done. That made it quicker and easier to pack as well without doing that. So packed and ready to go, and yeah. There was one thing that I was telling myself I mustn't forget all week. I've been saying don't forget to take in case it rains or in case of condensation, and that was a towel. And I forgot a towel, so the snugpak is soaked inside and out. I've had to pack it away like that. If the sun stays out today, I'll be alright. Yeah, if it stays nice and sunny, I'll get it out in the front garden, and although it's a shared front garden, but I'll get it out in the front garden and dry it out. Everything else I guess I can air. My down jacket's a bit wet, it's coming off the tree as I get bashing my head on it. Another consideration in the future. It's gorgeous here though, I'll show you around. There we go, it's lovely. And I went for a little wander this morning, found a path. Sort of over in that direction, 2 trees in line with my fingers. It's only sort of where those 2 trees are, but I think it's slightly over the crest, so you wouldn't be able to see me from there. Plus I nearly lost coming back to the snugpak. It's only because it was a straight line that I sort of found myself, but you couldn't see it or any evidence of it when it was out. So, yeah, sounds good to me, and I've had a good night. Yeah, really good night. Start a new job tomorrow, and I've got to get up really early to start commuting, so I'm glad I got up early this morning, although I feel great. Whereas normally on a Sunday I don't get up till late and I feel miserable because it's the weekend, and I think, oh, I could lie in bed even longer. So yeah, it was good, and I'll be happy. Right, see you in a bit. I'm at the path now, and where my finger is, well, where I'm pointing to, that tree there, that's the one I was camped to the bottom of, and you'd never been able to see it. Yeah, not from here anyway. It's a path, I don't know if it's an official path, I don't know where it leads. I'm going to follow it rather than traipse through the long fern again and get really wet and get lost again. It's not a path. Not much anyway. saw most of the gear I took in the video, but I'm just going to quickly run down what I took with me now, show you everything that was there. But you've probably seen most of it in the video anyway. So, my Montane Cobra 25 litre rucksack, that held nearly everything inside. I just had to put my jacket on the outside earlier on. This side. And inside I got the snugpak, obviously, which I've got to take out later. My down jacket that I wore this morning. I needed that. I was worried about the bulk, but glad I took it. Wrap beanie. My Alpkit sleeping mat, which I managed to pack down a bit better this time. Cook set, and obviously in the cook set I didn't take a lighter or matches or anything to start with, but 2 pots. My burner fits in there, so it's just a sunglasses case, gas, pot stand, yeah, lighter, matches now, knife, fork, and a little towel that I've used. 2 big bottles of water. Yep, I didn't use it all, I just tipped some away so I didn't have to wait. I got a folding stool from Poundland, which was really handy last night in the rain. Rucksack cover, waterproof obviously. That's the jacket, the second jacket that I took that I didn't mean to. I don't know what it was doing in my bag, but I didn't mean to bring it. Sleeping bag liner, didn't use it in the end. Polycotton liner, stinks, I need to wash it. Camera gear, dry bag for my boots. The Montane jacket, which was strapped to the outside of the bag on the way up there. The torch that I got when I came home, red lens of P7, or 7.5, it's a good one. My first aid kit, spare dry bag, yeah, selfie stick. My book, baby wipes, although it's quite a big pack to just use. Windshield for the stove, which I definitely didn't need last night. Hats, gloves and a buff, and I definitely needed those this morning. And some tea bags in there. That's the rucksack. And I have my little bag of loose bits and bobs here. Again, I didn't use any of this I don't think, but mosquito net, my head, earplugs, sleeping mask, monocular, which I forgot I had. Some little zip lights, these are quite handy. I didn't use them because I didn't need to last night, but you attach them as toggles to a zip and they got LEDs in them. A little light, which I used a lot last night, it's a little light bulb, but it works. Power bank used to charge my phone because the battery was dead. Black Diamond gives me a head torch. Highly recommend this. It was well worth the £10 on sale. I just wish I bought 2 or 3 of them. They're that good. I could give one to my wife. And yeah, no, very, very good head torch, especially with the dimming capability. Red lens P5, which I didn't use, but it was the one I took originally. It's the one I preferred to use. Lanyard in case I need to attach it. Dry bag for my phone in case it was pissing down and I wanted to carry it around. Wallet, obviously. Multi-tool, didn't need it this time. Digital camera, took a couple of photos. And lastly, MP3 player, which I bought the other day. I'm not one for listening to music through headphones much. I love music in the car, I listen to a lot of music at home, so I don't when I'm out and about, especially not in the woods and things. I like it without, but yeah, sleeping last night, I thought I might need it, so, but I did have it on this morning as well, as you see in the video. So, right, well, that was my second Wildcamp. Bit of a disaster for getting the lighter and things and to come home. Shame I didn't take a towel, everything got wet, but I enjoyed myself and I'll definitely be going back out again soon. Tempted to buy a one-man tent, sort of a green one-man tent one day to have some more space to sleep in, but where I currently go, much much lower profile in the snugpak. Much lower profile and it's lighter weight, which is nice, packs down better. So we'll get to that, and yeah, we'll see. I've got a one-man tent, but it's bright purple, so it's not really stealthy for camping out and about. I'll use that. I forgot that. And one of those sort of glow sticks that picks up the ambient light and then glows all night. I had it on the toggle on the inside of the snugpak for a couple of hours. Really good. You could see the zip and all that. Problem is, it's quite bright when there's no light around, so I had to take it off and put it under the pillow. So, yeah. That's the point. If anyone's got a recommendation of a pillow, please let me know, because although I slept well on my fleece last night, I haven't done before. Thanks for watching.